Again, I don't really compare the two because that's just kind of my mind compartmentalizes them. I'm very satisfied with Scar's ending in the original. It suits his character as that character sort of unfolds in the original. But because I have never read the manga, or I've only read the manga up to where it sort of coincides with episode 17 of Brotherhood, because I refuse to know how things end. I don't want to know. And Mike kept telling me, do you want to know how he ends up? Lives or dies, good or bad? I'm like, nope, nah. And I just finished it, like last week was my last session on the show. And without giving anything away, people who haven't seen it don't read the manga.
Thank you.
I didn't know what to expect. I had several theories. They were all wrong. And I was extremely satisfied. And I even shared a little bit of it. But yes. No, it wasn't like...
That's good for him because it hydrates his eyes, though.
Yeah.
That's good.
It washes out all the dirt and mud that Mike throws at me while we're recording that show. I'm very satisfied with how that character plays out in Brotherhood because I think it justifies the difference in voice. The character's written differently in this one. In Brotherhood, he's a little more intense, and he's a little more intelligent. He's less a force of nature that he kind of was in the original, and he's more of just kind of this brooding, this sort of noble adversary, which is a sort of an archetype particular to Japanese storytelling that I'm very fond of. And getting to see his character go there, I was like, that is awesome. That's taking a risk, and that was really cool, and it was very, very satisfying. So yes, I am very, very pleased with how he played it, and extremely pleased with how he played it in the original too. So.
Maxey, could you pass me that, please?
My picture?
Yeah.
The regulation pitcher?
Where is Padme?
I am afraid in your anger, you killed her.
She's alive. I felt her.
Stop. Don't encourage this kind of behavior.
Something dark side. Something complete.
That was funny.
That was a moment.
Pick somebody, Maxey. Maxey, pick.
Okay, let's see. Reagan. Yes.
I don't even have a question. Well, you do now.
Dude, Persona 3.
What?
You look awesome, man. Yay!
From what I can see, you look incredible.
What?
You gotta make some quotations, you don't pay Joe.
No. What's your question, my brother? What's your question?
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
It's the bacteria, I'm sure. Maybe, or whatever.
The chicken from the dark side.
You see what you've done? That's right. I want you to sit in the corner and think about what you've done.
Ruin this panel you have. I don't like it.
And start bringing out the Doctor Who.
I'm sorry. You'll be dead. I'll be careful. That was it.
You know what, next time we do a panel together, a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I'm bringing my entire Doctor Who playset up here. Thank you. And that is a perfectly appropriate response.
Can I find the little dentist drill?
No.
That he has?
Dentist drill? It's a sonic. Get out. Hey. You and I are no
It's a sonic what?
He's a dentist.
It's a sonic screwdriver cable. A drill. You can probably use it to drill your tooth out.
Okay. I thought it was like a Dremel tool. Like a Dremel?
To do fine woodwork?
Scar's gonna make your head go exploding. That's not Doctor Who canon. We were talking about this earlier. I totally got a Christmas gift from my parents for because I'm a huge Doctor Who geek, right? Huge Doctor Who geek. No.
All seasons
some Doctor Who? Just
I have been watching that show since I was a little boy, which was long enough ago that Tom Baker was like the first Doctor I saw.
where did Full Metal fit in? Because you watched that show too.
Well, that was much, much later.
Okay.
I wasn't quite so young.
Oh, go ahead. So,
but
iteration. Okay.
First iteration, yeah. I've been watching that show's been running since like 1963, and yes, I've watched all the originals. I mean, like I'm obsessed about that show.
What's your favorite? I don't know Doctor Who. What's your favorite season? Because it changes each season, right?
Yeah, well, not every season. I mean, it depends on like the actor playing the role may take it for 2 or 3 seasons.
Okay.
Tom Baker played it from like 74.
Is he your favorite?
He's just the one 77 to 84. Thank you. And he was my favorite because he was my, I love them all. I can't make me pick. That's like picking my favorite child. But I will say that the latest season, for those of you that have been watching like the latest season with like Matt Smith and Stephen Moffat has taken over the writing and everything, is it not like, even for someone who's been watching it for as many years as I have, that season is like, has been some of the best writing of the entire show.
So he still flies around in the telephone booth, right?
It's a TARDIS.
Okay. So, but it's not with AT&T, because if he's flying, it's like, oh, signal drop.
It's a TARDIS. It's time and relative dimensions in space. It's bigger on the inside than the outside. And the reason it looks like a police call box, which is what it was, is that they had those back in the 50s and 60s in England. You just walk to a police box, call the police, right?
So,
it's a little blue box because it's a time machine. It has what's called a chameleon circuit.
So
right?
is it like
and so
3G or 4G?
It's whatever, it's jiggery pokery. Shut up. So, see, they get that joke. But no, so the thing is, it has these time machines, these TARDI, or TARDISes, come with chameleon circuits. So any time period they land in, they can blend in with the landscape. It might be a Roman column, it might be this.
So it has become
no, it's stuck. The chameleon circuit is stuck. So it's always a TARDIS. It's always the
but when it changes, it's still called a TARDIS. It's just
it's just the whole and the inside of the machine. It has been theorized is infinite. Like it's really big. It's really awesome.
It's
inside of my house is going to
such
be one
amazing
thing.
things about.
It's a great show. Sorry, this was totally like derailing this. Greatest full metal ever. Sorry. But I'm a huge Doctor Who nerd. So, sorry.
That was excellent.
Who has a question? Do I pick a question? Let's see. Am I picking? Okay, let's see. You have, I see you there with the glasses there. Is that like, yes, you. Yes.
I love your costume, by the way.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I remember when I saw Edward, I'm like, he looks like Santa Claus. Look at little Ed Santa. I love it. His cosplay. What was your question? If you ever see Doctor Who, I gotta tell you.
My favorite? I'm chewing ice now. Is no. Well, just for me personally, for my character, when we see kind of Scar's backstory with his brother, and then he wakes up in the tent, and like that's an intense scene, and that destroyed my voice for like a week. But for my character, that's probably the most epic scene I can think of off the top of my head. There are many, because he's never like. You never see Scar except when he's being intense. That's the thing. You never see him like, here's Scar owning a pet shop. It's like, here's Scar having boba tea. You know, it's like, here's Scar killing someone or trying to kill someone. And he's never like just, he's never doing like the DiCaprio walk, you know? But that was one of my favorite scenes to record, because that was crazy intense and emotional, and I just thought just the way it played out was just incredible.
I think the most unnecessarily epic scene, I just still don't understand. I come in to record the Mr. Heichel section, the Saving Mr. Heichel section, and I, to this moment in time, do not understand why through the whole series, Al is like, Ed, no, Ed, but he's like, Mr. Heichel! Oh my gosh, please don't die, Mr. Heichel! And I was like, why? Why is he so upset? I don't understand. I do not understand. probably a connection far above my own knowledge between Al and Mr. Heichel, and I don't get it. But Mike and I laugh about that all the time. I'm like, why? Ed, no, Mr. Heichel! Oh God, Mr. Heichel! I don't know.
That was an epic story.
Todd?
So it released, it's past like the 20s, right? It's into the 30s as far as episodes that are out.
What's aired? What's aired so far? Yeah, halfway, so roughly.
But on DVD, isn't part 3 out? Okay, so the part where I go through my changes. When I do my transformation, that's my most epic scene, I think. That was a lot of fun. Not fun for my throat, but a lot of fun to watch as I'm recovering and seeing it happen. It's cool.
I really enjoyed the section where Ling and Ed were in Gluttony's stomach. And you know, and then Envy and like all of the heads, the different prisoners and souls and stuff. I thought that was really a great little arc there. I want to tell a funny story on Maxey too. One of the very, very early on, for those of you that don't know, occasionally we will record